There we go. Welcome to the stream, guys. K.A. here. By my lonesome this time, so no Jono this week. He is, however, manning the chat from the next room. Okay, so this week we are looking at Aven Colony. As you might be aware, just a few weeks ago we launched the very first content drop for Aven Colony, adding 11 new buildings and a new sandbox map. So today, of course, it's only proper that we explore this new map and see if we can't get some of the new buildings in there as well. So without further ado, I'm just gonna jump straight in, see how we do. So again, it's a new sandbox map. It's called Serpent Isle, so it's a map that takes place on an island. To try and help so I don't fail, I'm gonna give myself a couple of extra resources, that kind of thing. Gonna keep these things normal. I want a lot of resources. Let's see, we'll do a referendum. Every 4 years, cargo pods, want a lot of those. 3, let's just play on easy, because I'll play on easy. I don't want to fail on stream, hopefully. We've tried that before and it wasn't fun. So let's jump in. So like I mentioned, this is part of the first content drop for the game, launched a few weeks ago, completely free. So if you have Aven Colony, get in there, explore the new island, explore the new buildings, and don't pay anything for it at all, so that's pretty sweet. So I'm gonna pause the mission at the beginning just to take a look at the new map. As you can see, one of the things that went into the content drop is that the blur effect was actually reduced quite a bit, so you might be noticing the buildings looking a lot sharper than they did before. Just the game in general looks really beautiful, and of course it's a really nice look at the new map. So cool island in the middle of a sea of Aven Prime. Let's jump back into gameplay here. So obviously we're going to start with expanding our colony here, start getting some of these valuable resources and get our colony going. So we need power, copper ore, of course, to make sure we can start producing the things we need. There we go. Team 17 is both Jono and I, but it'll be primarily Jono because I'll be busy playing from now on. Hello, Mr. On-Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's see here. So obviously, this being a desert type map, we are limited for where we can get food and water. So we need these green sort of pockets of fertile land to expand into to be able to get some food and water going. So I'm going to go this way. Let's see here. We're going to get some water pump. Gonna place one of those. We need a bit of food. Quinoa is my personal favorite, even though it is all about the broccoli, as some of you know, I'm sure. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna need some people. So right here in this our ships and vehicle menu, we have a Harbour Car Station, which is one of the new buildings in the content drop 1. So what this allows us to do, we're going to build some of these a bit later on, is that these hover cars will get your colonists around the colony, so they don't have to worry as much about their commute. So that really opens up the options for colony building, in that you no longer necessarily have to have a job and a home right next to each other. You can now transport people quite a distance from their home to their job and back. So again, it opens up the possibilities quite a bit. I'm going to speed up the game a bit so we can get some stuff built. I want to get this whole thing going. Now, I don't want to, as always, you don't want to build too fast in the beginning because you will run out of resources. So let's get some nanite production up and running actually before that happens. So I'm gonna build a nanite processor down here. We have food up and running, water as well. Storage is fine for now. So of course storage is a very important thing to keep in mind as you're playing. You want to make sure that you always have enough available storage, because if you don't, everything will stop, every production will stop, including nanites. And of course, if nanites aren't produced, you cannot really do anything. So we want to make sure storage is good and available. One of the things we've added in Content Drop 1 is a space elevator. So that one allows you to both have an alternative way to get immigrants or people from the space station to the colony, but also it adds a lot of storage to your colony. So that is definitely something you would want to build. It's sort of an end game, very expensive building. So once you get far enough, you could build this glorious space elevator right here. Plasma cannons, Jono, they will be built later on. I hope I'm not going to need them early on. You never know with the Guardians, that might come attack me immediately. That's actually because I've given myself some resupply pods. I'm gonna get one of those in so I can get some extra resources to get me started here. Now it looks like we still need. Oh, we have winter coming. We still need a bit of food, so I'm gonna upgrade this and our water as well. So we can get some more water going. And of course, now that we have colonists coming in, let's see. Housing is fine. We'll need to build more buildings. Well, it's Agent K. It's not. It's sort of like SimCity in a way, although it's not. You don't build like underground water pipes and that sort of thing, or manage politics per se. It's more about building a space station and surviving a very hostile planet that will try to kill you, both with the winters, but also with alien life, alien diseases, that kind of thing. So you have to make sure you don't get overrun and killed by some of that stuff. And of course, starvation, thirst, all that stuff can also kill your colonists. So I want to make sure you have all that covered. And I have a lot of. I'm going to start upgrading some things, because I suddenly have a lot of nanites. I'm going to use that. So more power, faster nanite production, some more construction bots so we can expand a bit faster. I'm going to expand this way just because I want some of this fancy gold. Again, for those that might be new to the game or haven't played it yet, there's tunnels here. It's just a pro tip for everyone. Instead of clicking this every time and dragging your tunnels, you can actually hold the space bar on PC, and then you can simply drag and drop however you want. So that makes it a whole lot faster to just place down some tunnels to expand your colony.
It's time for a referendum.
Let's see, referendum. So we want to make sure everyone is happy. Let's see, 76% happiness. Let's build some housing, actually, some better housing than what we have right now. So I'm going to build this a bit closer to our farms, because we're going to need some more farms eventually. Right now we're actually fine. I'm going to expand in this direction over here. Let's see. No, we don't want that. Here would be good, so I'm going to expand that way. Of course, I cannot go quite that far. I need some more drones so I can reach. Put that down. And before I forget, let's build some actual defenses. Otherwise, we will get killed by thunderstorms or aliens. Hello, Yotamsi. Welcome to the stream. Let's build a battery down here. And then we can start building some actual lightning towers. These are going to keep us safe. I'll build one down here. I want to make sure these cover the entire base. As you can see, one thing that's been updated a lot since launch is these circles. They're a lot easier to see now, so if you've been experiencing or having problems noticing in the beginning, that's all been improved quite a lot, of course, based on player feedback. So, we are certainly listening to what players want to see, adding content based on player feedback, and just based on the very exciting roadmap we have for the game. We have some cool stuff coming. It's not going to stop with Content Drop 1 for sure, and of course more free stuff coming as well. So if you are playing or are interested in Aven Colony, what you get is not the only thing going to be available to you for free. So you have more content coming down the road. I'll adjust the camera a bit. Sorry about that. Let's see, is that better? There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, when we have different people streaming that are at different heights, we need to adjust that. Sorry about that one. So let's keep expanding in this direction here. I want to collect some things. Gold, nanites, that's perfect. Good to hear, guys. Good to hear. So let's get some sorium over here. Sorium, typically is not that easy to get on normal maps. On the previous map, actually, it's quite a rare sort of in-game material, a resource. You need that for these sorium generators that are your current in-game power buildings. So on this map, because a lot of the other resources are scarce, as you can see there are quite a few sorium deposits around this place, so we should be covered for power at least once we start building those. Let's actually, do I have resources to do that right now? I will do that immediately actually, because why not? Let's build it down here, connect it to the colony. It should give us quite a lot of power immediately. Yeah, tall people. I'm not one of them, as you might have figured out. I'm not one of the tall people. Let's see here. Another. Oh, it's out of range. That's why. Okay, so let's build another drone here, and let's actually speed up a tiny bit. Gonna start building some scrubber drones that are gonna keep our buildings safe, and of course some police drones that are gonna keep. Well, they're also going to keep us safe, but from our own colonists being, criminals instead of just aliens attacking our base and infesting everything. So let's keep this running. Okay, so the drones are flying around doing their job. Now I should be able to build the mine down here. Oh, this hasn't been built yet, silly me. Let's see here. There we go. Perfect. So we can start getting some gold. Now that we have gold, we should probably build a trade hub as well, so we can trade some of that gold for other stuff. Because we don't particularly need gold for anything at this point. Hello, metal. And yeah, I mean, tall people. They should get down to earth a bit, right? Am I right? Anyway, bad jokes aside, let's see here. So storage is getting full, so let's upgrade that storage depot. As you can see, a lot of these, there are several levels of a lot of the buildings, several tiers, but to build more advanced tiers, you always need the basic tier first. So I'm gonna need to build a storage depot tier 1 before I can start building tier 2 and tier 3 immediately, without building a tier 1 and upgrading it. So we need that built, and then I'll get access to further buildings. Just gonna keep expanding this for now, because we can never have enough storage, or never too much, rather. Should also get some more food. It's not looking, don't exactly have a lot. How is this going? So we need to mine, we need to get some more copper, so we actually need to go this way. Iron deposit over here, sorry. Let's see, do we have potash? We don't need that. Okay, so we have a couple of options. Gonna start going in that direction. Oh, ran out of nanites.
Congratulations on your referendum victory, boss.
This game is released. It's available right now on Steam, PS4, and Xbox One. That being said, this map in particular and the 11 new buildings are currently only available on Steam. So, yeah, just Steam for that one currently. We don't have any details on console updates at this time, I'm afraid. Gotta love a good sandworm. I mean, one of the cool things on this map, actually, now that you mention it, let's see if we can find some of the wildlife on this map. So down here, you actually see some of the local inhabitants of this island, just you know, passing time, having fun, playing tag, and never winning. So there's a lot of cool details to this map. Let's see, we do have somewhere in the horizon, actually, there's a cool thing. It might be hard to see on the stream if I can remember where it is. Well, there's actually, I will say, if you guys end up playing this map, do explore this map, because on the outer edges of the map there is maybe a tiny little Easter egg type thing for you guys to find. So yeah, do check that out to explore the island. Let's see, expand this. Should probably we need to get this up and running. Let's see here. Cannot reach. I need some more drones. Let's expand this way. Because yeah, hey guys, welcome to the stream. Taking a look at Serpent Isle today, the newly added free extra map to Aven Colony as part of Content Drop 1. Let's see, we need to expand a bit, so no workers, obviously. So we need to have some people. We're actually very low on food. This is not going that well. Maybe I should use some of these to see if we can get some more food in some of these. This is what happens when you talk and play video games. You don't always pay enough attention to what you're doing. So I want to make sure we have people up here. I'm gonna build this one. Immigration Center. Gonna have some more people working on that one, so we get some more people in here faster. Because we do need more people working in the colony. So we've got some food, but not that much. So we definitely need. Let's get some more people working here as well. Get some more food going. Gonna pause the game for a sec. Build another greenhouse. What do you want? More quinoa? I think on this map, quinoa is probably the best bet. So I'm gonna build another one of those. Let's see here. Okay, hopefully we turn around the food. The water is looking fine. Storage is all good. Worms on Switch is coming, but we haven't quite announced a date yet. If you are in the UK, however, we will be at EGX, and you will be able to get your very first hands-on, the first hands-on in the world actually, of Worms W&D on Switch at EGX next week. So do check that out if you are able. Okay, so we still need to get this up and running. Let's see here. Need more people working here. Okay, let's see if we can't get food to increase again, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. We can build some actual farms as well, they don't take up as much space. Let's see here. Because we need a lot of food, I'm just going to build more quinoa. Slots in there perfectly. Let's see. Our housing is fine, all good. So we're still not getting. So one thing you should always do when for nanite production is checking your nanite processors. If they have zeros here, that indicates that you have enough of them, because they are able to keep your resources at zero at all times. So either you increase the production of what they need to keep up with them. And once you start, seeing these numbers increase, you will build more nanoprocessors to keep up with that. So that's a good way to see if you need more nanite processors and if you have potential of just faster production in general. Okay, so we're good on. We should actually build some more defenses. So let's build a research center, so that we can get some actual turrets. Plus I want to get drone auto repair going, which very handy thing for making sure that this kind of stuff is being repaired automatically. So I'm going to jump in here, powers, policies, drone auto repair, my absolute favorite feature in the game, maybe bar free gaming, which is pretty sweet. We can't do that just yet. So now you can see the turret, the construction drones already repairing the base on their own, so I don't have to micromanage the entire thing to keep it going. Okay, so now food is going up during the summer, down during the winter. That's close enough, but now water is not doing too hot, so let's get some more water going as well. This is definitely a more challenging map than some of the other ones. So yeah, if you're looking for a bit of challenge, of course you can just amp up the difficulty even further if it's not hard enough for you already. But yeah, play this if you want to get a bit of challenge. Might even be kicking my butt at this time. Winters are quite harsh on my food. Hopefully that's going to be turned around when the winter is over. Let's see. Actually, I'm just going to upgrade this instead. There we go. So let's see. Hopefully food turns around. It's going to have to, otherwise I'll be in trouble. Can we build something else? Build some barley. That'll actually be okay. Let's see, where do we want this? Gonna build it here and then build a path. There we go. Okay. That food production is decent. Water is okay. Still gonna build a bit more. You can never be too safe. Just build a bit more water. Where do I want that? Gonna build one down here. So let's research something. What do we want? We want Calco sludge. That's my favorite to begin with, because that will be our alternative source of nanites once our natural resources are gone. Hey Shambles, how you doing? So let's see here. How's the production? We're still not making too much. That's good. Let's build another mine over there. Might need more defenses. Yes, we do. And speaking of defenses, I'm gonna put down some actual plasma turrets to keep us safe, just in case we get attacked by guardians. You never know. Place one here. I want to make sure they cover the entire base. There we go. Use up quite a bit of power though, so I want to be careful with that. So how are we... Ooh, no, I had not noticed this. That's horrible. Because I totally forgot about the air filters. This is what happens when you're not really paying attention. Let's see if we can turn this around, hopefully. Because air quality is very important. We don't exactly have normal oxygen in space after all.
As you recall, the Constitution
guarantees referendum year. This might actually end it early for me if I don't turn this around very quickly. So wish me luck, otherwise we're gonna have to start over. That's horrible. Sorry about the beeping, by the way. We do have a lot of... let's see if we can turn some of those off, if I can remember. Let's see here. Don't want... Well, I do actually want that, that's fine. No, it should all be good. Hopefully I survive this. So I'm gonna put down, just because I'm desperate, some normal air filters as well. Very curious if I can pull this off. Why do we have no power? What happened?
Bad news, boss. Your citizens aren't very happy.
Oh no, this is not going well. I think everyone is unhappy and not working because the air quality is horrible. Yeah, this is not going well. I'm apparently a horrible governor. We're out of power somehow. Are we out of sorium? Is that the issue, maybe? No, we do have sorium. We're out of nanite. Yeah, I think our people are no longer willing to work because they're very unhappy about the air quality and a lot of things. Can't believe I overlooked air quality. That's a rookie mistake. Well, the thing is, I need all the power I have. So I'm gonna recycle this. That probably destroys my air quality quite a bit. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to save this though. Now water is out. Yeah, everything is kind of crashing. This is what happens when your people don't like what you're doing. Ooh, there we go. One of the inhabitants of the place coming to say hi, or rather wave goodbye, because my people are going to die now. That is horrible. It's record time. I managed to die in less than half an hour. Yeah, that's not great. I messed this up. That's not good. So my people are now going to start dying, which I'm very sorry, but that's just going to mean I'm going to start over. This is what happens, guys, when you are a totally amateur governor, apparently. You mess it up. Yeah, things go wrong sometimes. So definitely, I'm gonna, because again, I'm a scrub, so I'm gonna make this a bit easier on myself. So let's see, starting resources, minerals, morale. I'm gonna start with it high. Maybe I started with the medium. I've actually never done that, so I wasn't quite prepared for how quickly everything turned around. Let's try again with a bit high morale from the start. Gonna build it a bit faster this time to get us going. So let's see here if we can't get it back up and running. And rebuilding. Shouldn't take too long. Just want to make sure, of course, that I actually have nanite production going before I spend all the nanite that I have. Otherwise, it's not going to go well. So let's see here. Immigration center, there we go. And food. I'm going to build water first because it's quite specific. Some pretty good spots over here. And this. Oh. I'm going to change the resource when it's built. Let's see if we can't do better this time. So definitely new challenges to be had on this map, for sure. A lot more difficult than the normal maps. And just me forgetting about one of the most important things. So let's see if we can avoid forgetting about it this time. So let's preempt the problem. Let's see here, where do I want to build? I need a filter up here. And another one down here. And then we need to protect ourselves. I'm going to build a battery so I can place some lightning towers. Hey man, Latino Heat, welcome to the stream. I hope you missed my total and utter failure a few minutes ago. We're just starting to see if we can do better this time. So let's see, how are we doing? Nanite producing, nice and slow. Upgrade this. This is what happens also when you don't check your overlays. So I could have avoided this if I had checked my overlays early on, and of course wouldn't have had to start over on a live stream, which is very embarrassing for me. But that's how it goes sometimes. Let's see here. I'm gonna save our nanite for now. We don't have that many. Let's keep an eye on the happiness this time, see what people might need. There we go. So food is the main thing right now, which is what we will be working on. So I'll upgrade this. Build, let's see here, let's build a farm. Well, yeah, let's build a farm. So, quinoa, let's see, I'm gonna build that. Over there. I wanted to change its resource, by the way. There we go. We're going to get a lot more food out of it, of course, that way. There we go.
As you recall, the Constitution guarantees your citizens
hopefully I
the
did
right
better
to
this
vote on
time.
colony governor.
Some protection.
That time is upon us again.
Make sure we don't get hit by lightning. Build another one over here. Yeah, I didn't do enough pew-pew, and so people, couldn't breathe. Totally on me. Sorry. Okay. So, how are we doing? So far, so good. Just need to make sure we have enough food. So I'm going to focus on that for now. We need the nanite coming in. Want another greenhouse. Hashtag laser cannons. That's a good philosophy for life, probably. Just laser cannon everything. Just stay safe though, stay safe. Okay, let's see. I want another one. There we go. More food. You can never have too much food. And I get more water as well. There we go. Let's see.
You're on track to win this
referendum. Well, we started higher this time, and I just saw it going up, so hopefully we're actually going in the right direction this time. Not messing it up from the very beginning. Upgrade that. More water. More food. Just more food, more food. Yeah, I think I focused on the gold. I got greedy and people died, so don't be greedy.
Good news.
Okay.
Your citizens seem happy with your performance,
well,
and I think you have
keep
a
going
good
this
chance to win
way.
this referendum.
Upgrade the farm as well, so it does better when it's running during the summer period. Let's see here. Insufficient housing. Ooh, that's not good. Let's get another building in there as soon as we can. Power is now upgraded, so just need some nanites. That's the thing, everything is going to be a bit slow when we don't have people to take our jobs. Then things don't really get made fast enough.
Congratulations on your
So
referendum
as a
victory,
temporary measure,
boss.
I'm going to put down one of these guys. Gonna put it up. Let's see. Let's put it here. Just to get some more people coming into the colony. Dropship is bringing 5 new people. That's perfect. So we can keep those jobs filled as soon as possible. So how are we? Jobs filled 43%. So we definitely need more people. Well, well, jobs in space are available for anyone. So no walls needed. No walls at all. Let's see here. Okay, let's upgrade the air filter and just make sure that everyone is happy. So far, so good. Let's see here. Everything's good. Sweet. So, I should build some proper housing. There we go. Then I'm going to need some drones to start keeping us safe. Need some scrubber drones as soon as possible, really, to just in case we get infested by something. I want to make sure the scrubber drones can scrub the buildings clean of nasty alien. Just keeping us safe. Okay, so scrubber drones. Gonna put one of these guys here. Let's see, everything's going up. Yeah, I totally messed up before, so this time it's going a lot better. It's just the air quality, man. You overlook one thing and you're out. So if you ever govern an alien planet, don't overlook things. Get it all right. And you'll keep your job and your life. So let's see. I'm gonna upgrade this. And this as well when I can. Almost there. There we go. It's okay. So how are we now? We need to up our nanite production so everything goes a bit faster. So let's see. I wanna. Oof! Lucky thing we had a lightning tower there, keeping us safe. Gonna keep expanding in this direction over here. So how far away can I get? That's about as far as we can go. Okay. Which will allow us to pick this up right before storage is filled. So storage is it filled just as I said it. It's typical. Okay, so let's expand our storage so we can actually loot that, and so we can keep producing nanite and everything else. Ooh, no shooting parrots. Parrots are awesome. My family owns a parrot. That's how awesome they are. So, you know, no shooting them, General. Be coming for you, sir. Okay, let's see. We have that. Storage is taken care of for now. Let's grab potash and gold. Sounds good to me. So let's expand this way and that way. Let's see here. So we need, again, some thorium for our power and some more resources for our nanite. Sounds good, Adri. yeah, it's a very cool futuristic space, base building game that literally tests your abilities as a space governor. So, taking care of humanity in a very strange and dangerous world. Okay, so we're now getting sodium and more iron as well. So how is this going? So we're still at 0, which means we still have enough processors. So I'm just gonna upgrade this. Probably gonna need some more people living close to it as well. So I'm gonna put down a skyscraper down here. Actually, we're gonna need it anyway. Yeah, we need workers because this is too far away from anything. So gonna build housing close to this so that we can get some people living there. Is this upgrader as well? I'll grab that too. Okay, skyscraper down, which probably means we need some defenses in this side of the base. Yes, we do. Okay. Mr. Cat, do you mean the game spore, or are you referring to the spores in this game that are infesting you with nasty alien and diseases? So what sets this apart is, you know, most city builders are either prehistoric or historic or even current time, but this is set in the future, has an actual campaign, an actual story. So you're building a colony on Aven Prime, a possible and you know, a new home for humanity, basically. So it sets itself apart in that sense that it's a story-based city builder. So instead of, or more than just building a city and maintaining it, you're also playing through a campaign fully voiced with intrigue, and might even be yeah, well, I don't want to spoil the story, but there's certainly some intrigue and some humor in there as well. So kind of guiding you through the game. And then, of course, once you've finished the campaign itself, you'll be able to jump into the sandbox, like what we're playing now, which has no objectives, because I've decided not to have any, and I just, you know, see how I do. So happiness is going down, so we need to make sure people still have what they need. Some might not. Unemployment, so we need to have some more jobs. So let's, food is fine, everything is fine. Okay, so let's build research center. I was looking for this. Let's put that down so we can get some auto repair up and running. We don't need that right now. I'm gonna build Decontamination Unit. This is one of our new buildings as well. I'm gonna put that down here. This basically assists the hospital in keeping the colony safe from spores. So if you have virus, everyone is fine. If you have virus spreading around the colony, Decontamination Unit will kill the virus as it travels through the tunnels, using this kind of hose thing here. So it'll spray the tunnel clean and kill the bacteria that's spreading, making sure that your the colony stays disease free. But just to be safe though, I'm still building a hospital because, you know, things happen. We want to make sure that people are going to survive whatever might happen on the colonies. I'm going to put that over there. Just also at this point to create some jobs, to make sure that everyone's fine. One of the other new buildings, as I mentioned before, is the Harbour Car Station. So we're going to need to expand our power a little bit. Let's see, do we have any? We do not. Okay, so I'm going to save up for... Actually, I do have enough for that. So let's build a sodium generator. This is going to create a lot of jobs as well. Put that over here. Going to give us a lot of power. And then once we have that going, I will build some hover cars that will help getting people around the colony, that saves them from complaining about their commute because they don't want to walk. You know, in the future, everyone is used to certain luxuries, including not walking too much. So hover cars is definitely the way to get around, and plus it looks cool. So let's see, I'll build them in a bit, and then you guys can see what I mean. Okay, so power is now at an acceptable point. I'm going to upgrade this. So we have more power. Can never have too much power. How are we looking at the happiness scale? Going up slowly. Food. Yeah, food will work on crime. We haven't done anything about crime. Let me work on this. So as you can see, this area is the worst. Even down here is absolutely not good. So I'm gonna put police, have them patrol the area, keep everyone safe and in line. Upgrade that as well. And just go over here all the way. And upgrade this. Okay, so let's get back. Everything looks okay. Yeah, I don't want to overlook something a second time. That would be very embarrassing. Yeah, very 2017. I mean, where are our hover cars? Come on. Very disappointed at this point. I mean, walking. So 2017. Definitely. Let's see here. I'm gonna build. So because we have our skyscraper here, I'm gonna build a hover car station over there. So they could be flown from that and all the way over to the other side of the colony at this point. Gonna build one over here as well. Actually, I'm gonna expand the colony first. Don't want to block it off so we can't build anything that way. As you can see, the line shows it's how they are connected. So how people will be traveling on the hover car. So the blue line and the green line are two paths. Every hover car, you can link up to 5 different hover car stations, have people travel between them, and create a full network of flying cars, which is pretty sweet. Oh, by the way, now that we have, let's see here, drone auto repair. There we go. Almost forgot that one. Okay, speaking of defenses, I need to get these back. So I need to get Nanite up and running. How is our production doing? So now we can see we actually get more iron than we're using, which means I will need to upgrade this or build another one. I'm going to start by upgrading it and see if that's enough. If not, I'll build a second one. So let's build some defenses. Put one down there.
I think you're on track to win.
We'll make sure we can survive a potential attack. So let's see here. So this is a hover car station. I'm going to slow down the game a bit. So you can see over here, we actually have hover cars flying around, taking people from one hover car station to the next, which is pretty cool. Saves them from walking and just make sure they look cool in the future. Exactly, yeah. The hover cars will find their own path. So currently, as you see, they fly over the tunnels. But you can actually, if you were to make a colony that was split in two, so if I had a separate colony somewhere else entirely that ran its own power and had its own group of people, the hover cars can actually fly from one colony across nothing and over to the other colony and connect the two in that sense. So you can have people living in one sort of part colony and working in another. You don't have to connect them at all. So that's pretty sweet. But yeah, they will find their own path. So you don't have to worry about making sure there are train tracks or anything of that kind, linking things up. You just need to make sure there are hover cars. They will take care of it for you. So it's nice and easy. Build more protection over there. And one up here. Let's see, how are we doing? Food is going down, but it's winter, so that's normal. I mean, these hover cars are better than Back to the Future. Well, Back to the Future is pretty sweet, but these are awesome too. Okay, I'm gonna put one down there. Okay, we should be okay for plasma turrets to keep us safe.
Congratulations on your
Referendum 1. Oh, it looks like this is actually going down, so I should see what the problem is. Okay. People out here are not happy. They need air quality. Ooh, there we go again. So let's build some air filters out here. So what happens when you talk too much? Pay attention as a governor every time. Let's see here. Let's fix the air real quick. Hopefully quick enough. You could indeed, yeah. You mean this? This is just a skyscraper, just a place for people to live. There's no center of the colony per se. You start with a couple of buildings that are over here, but you can make the center be anything you want. So let's see. Food, is it going up? It's going up very slowly. Need to probably make a bit more food. But yeah, you could definitely make one colony that's just for your people to live, and another one next to it that's just their jobs if you want to. Whether that's the best course of action is up to you, but you have the freedom to do that. Of course, if you separate two colonies, all the power you have, so the electricity has to be only works for what it's connected to. So if this is producing electricity, for instance, and is connected to this colony, so if I was to make a separate colony over here, that would need to be producing its own electricity as well, otherwise it wouldn't have any. So that's something to keep in mind if you split up your colony into separate things. But you can do it if you want just a luxurious, very cool area for people to live in, and then just industry next door with the bulk of the power. You could totally do that. It just gives, and even if you don't separate your colonies, you can still have just districts like in a lot of other city builders because of the hover cars, so the commute is not really a problem anymore. So let's see, we do have a shower storm coming, a plasma turret to take care of that, so it doesn't destroy our base. It's good. Food is still not great, so let's build some more of that. Let's see, what do we want? Yeah, at this point we still just want quinoa because it works well on this island. We have people, jobs filled 79%. Definitely need more people, and we're at housing capacity, so let's upgrade that. Gets more people here. That as well. Gets more people living on our lovely, lovely island. Of course, yeah, any questions you have at all, guys, about the new content that we launched just a few weeks ago, which is free. So if you get the game, the content, extra content is completely free. Or just questions about the game in general, or anything else here at Team 17, fire away and I'll answer best I can. Just gonna go all out on food at this point, to be honest. Just to be safe, because happiness is going down. Probably still complaining about food. Air quality, that's probably over here still. Yeah, this corner is not great. Let's fix that. And another one over here. So, yeah, when you build air filters, it works, but over time, so obviously it takes time to actually filter the air. So just because you place something down doesn't mean it fixes the problem immediately. As you'll see, it's still bad, but it should improve. You see it slowly going up as the air is actually being filtered. Outside of gaming, is there such a thing? I'm not sure outside, is non-gaming a thing anymore? I mean, gaming is life, gaming is love, all that stuff. I hope you guys agree. Okay. So, how are we doing? Producing food. Food is still going down though. Yeah, the winter hits me hard every time. Go, food going up. Perfect. How are people? These are fulls. We could probably even do with. Don't want to make one more. Don't want to make too much because obviously one of the issues with overproduction is your storage gets filled, and once that's full, your nanite production also goes down. So make sure you have enough of a production of everything without overproducing, because that's just gonna prevent you from doing other things. So yeah, keep your productions at decent levels, at least until you get the space elevator that adds a lot of storage. So once you get that, you don't really have to worry about that as much anymore. So another new thing actually that we've added in this game, or in the content drop 1, is decoration. So we're in the future and everything is kind of futuristic, but we still make some more Earth-looking structures. So I'm going to put down a couple of cool decoration buildings we've added in content drop 1. Let's see, put a few over there. I'm going to add obelisk next to the tree. So I'm going to get, well, I did say human looking, but we're still on an alien planet, so it's still an alien looking tree, but it's nice decoration here. Ooh, that's pretty sweet. do love a good gold bling type thing here. That is pretty cool. Okay, food's going back up. That's good. How's overall happiness? Doing quite well. There we go. Food. Food variety very low. Yeah, I mean, I keep making quinoa, so obviously the variety kind of sucks. Maybe I'm gonna build one more of these. And I'm gonna make, let's see here, watermelons? No. Let's get some corn in there. Need some. Yeah, bling bling is pretty sweet. So let's see, how is the... Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure the commute's not too long out here. Obviously, we do have hover cars flying around, but nothing goes out here. The closest one is over here. So again, you can see the routes. They're flying, getting people around. Let's see, we're doing quite well at this point, so we should be able to actually expand a little bit. How much time do I have? 10 minutes, guys, so 10 more minutes left of the stream. Yeah, I missed, so yeah, any questions you have, drop them in. So for the weather system, or the season system, the way it works is there are two main seasons, so the summer period and the winter period, and during the winter, you will see the screen freeze over, the ground freezes over, water freezes over, and a lot of your production is either halted or reduced quite a bit. So the farm here, for instance, will stop producing anything during the winter because the ground freezes over. Your greenhouses that are indoors, luckily, they will keep producing things, so this will keep being grown even during the winter. You might have solar panels that will create electricity at half effectiveness as well during the winter, so that has that effect. So it gets a bit more difficult during the winter, and of course you might have shower storms, that kind of thing as well, that will attack your base. But of course, if you have a research center in place, and if you then go into powers and policies and enable drone auto repair, as long as you have nanites available, you don't have to worry about manually repairing anything. The drones will take care of everything for you and make sure you don't have to micromanage too much. Well, quitting is one way to get game over. That is very true. Also, you know, your people starving is another way, and I've now done that twice. Yeah, I am ashamed. I'm sorry. I'll always strive to do better for you guys. Let's see, let's get another energy battery in. So, energy batteries, you saw me building one early on. Energy batteries are handy for saving power. So every time, you'll see here I now have a double capacity of battery power. So the way this works is every time lightning strikes on these lightning towers, you save up that energy, and that means that you could have energy reserves. So if you run out of power, or if you are using some of the more end-game features, I don't want to spoil too much, but something related to the campaign, if you use some of those, you will need the battery reserve power for those as well. So you definitely need to have a couple of energy batteries and keep them upgraded so you have a decent capacity, save up the power from the lightning that strikes, and use it as required. Let's see, is this upgraded over here? Yeah, it's all good. The summer just is the default, so there are no benefits to summer, just everything works as it should. So I have full capacity and everything. So there are different ways, for instance for food, because the greenhouses work at 100% efficiency during the summer and 50% efficiency during the winter. Instead of those, if you want, you could build farms that only work during the summer and not at all during the winter, but maybe you would have a higher overall production of food. So maybe you overproduce food during the summer and then lose a lot of it during the winter, but then you're still fine overall. Or you could build greenhouses and build and have food coming all year long, but maybe not as much at a time. So different ways of working around the food production, depending on kind of how you prefer playing, and whether you want to stock up all year round or just during the summer. yeah, I mean, if you manage to actually pause the game as lightning hits, that can create some pretty sweet screenshots. Actually, it has a pretty cool effect when the lightning just strikes the lightning tower. And yeah, you want to make sure the lightning towers in general just are covering your entire, let's see here, your entire colony, because they can and will destroy your buildings if they hit something. So yeah, keep an eye on that and keep your colony safe. So let's see here. We have some indoors, so I built some of these. This is pretty sweet in the dark, actually. Pretty nice effect. So we do have some indoor decorations as well. Let's see here. Let's build an indoor fountain just to see how that looks. And here the blue lines indicate, because these make people happy, so the lines indicate which people or from which buildings will benefit from this decoration building. So you always know where you benefit and how you benefit, and whether you should have more than one of them, for instance. So you have an indoor fountain that people can walk into, walk around. Because the difference is the outdoor ones might be easier for you to see, but obviously your colonists can actually get to them because they cannot walk on the surface of the planet. They would just die. So by making indoor decorations as well, they will actually be able to get close to the fountain, maybe even play in the water. Maybe, potentially, if they're bored. Let's see, the hospital to upgrade because I can, and you never know. Food, man, I'm not gonna make more food. Oh, we're fine. It's still going up overall. Let's see here. Turrets are keeping us safe. This is upgraded as well. Let's see here. Is there something else we might want to build at this point? I'm gonna build a bar and grill because everyone loves a good bar and grill. And an enhanced dispensary. Now we're not actually researching anything, so let's see here. I'm gonna start that just for good measure. A few more minutes left, guys. If there's anything you want to know about Aven Colony or Content Drop 1 that dropped just a few weeks ago, including this brand new Sandbox Island map, as well as 11 new buildings. One of those, of course, being the hover cars that completely change up the way you can build your colonies. They're pretty cool, flying around, different colors, so you can tell them apart. Well, the game, issues that might have been around the game at launch, Mr. Cat, have basically all been fixed at this point. So a lot of fixes have gone out. Of course, now we're focusing on new content, the first of which was free, and we have more content coming that's also free, and we'll have to see beyond that. Space Elevator is a late game building. It costs 810 nanites, so it is definitely an end game building. But again, it's a secondary way for you to get immigrants to your space station. So to assist the immigration center, the space elevator gets a lot more immigrants in every time it comes to your planet, as well as adding a lot of storage. When I built the space elevator in one of my main colonies, it actually doubled my storage overall, so that's quite a bit. Definitely something you want to build, and you're not restricted to just having one of them, so you can have a lot of storage using these. Well, I'm sure Jono's reading this, but Worms, definitely something we will be playing sometime soon. I'm not quite sure what we're doing next week at this point, but so Worms WMD, us against you guys, I am totally in. I'm gonna suck, I'm horrible, but I'm totally in. No, the price does not go up. So, you know, we will add more stuff because you guys deserve it. You guys, our players so far, have been really awesome, really supportive, you know, and we're very happy to keep adding more free content. So one free update so far, another one coming soon. We will announce more once we know exactly when, but it will add more features and gameplay elements to the game. So definitely, if you buy the game now, and even if you run out of content, there will be more stuff coming, keeping you playing for quite some time. Alright, well, it looks like time is actually up, guys, so thank you for joining me in the chat today, joining me on the stream. Thank you for exploring Serpent Isle with me, yeah, if you guys have any questions, jump on the Steam forums, ask away, find us, social media, on Team 17. I'm gonna end the stream looking at a cool alien fish, because why not? So yeah, thank you guys for joining me once again. I've been K.A. This has been Aven Colony. You guys have been awesome. See you next time.